So let's look at Euro 2 year government bond yield as this gives us a state of the economy in Eurozone. And on a weekly time frame, there's a clear breakout of the Euro 2 year government bond from support. And you can see it's very evident in 2024. There's a breakout and the retest market is continuing to sell. So let's look at the monthly time frame and see if we've got some parameters to leverage. We are trying to see a possibility of euro upswing against USD. So I have to look at the bond yield, I have to look at the bond. I'll look at 2 year, another year bond, which the Euro government offers. And from there, we'll look at it and also assess a midterm correction in Euro USD. So let's look at a monthly, look at it on a monthly. On a monthly, I have a nice structure here. As a nice monthly structure. How can light light a nice structure. So let's see this way that is there a possibility of a monthly rejection at this level? Because this is also another strong support. The broken supply roof becomes a demand floor, and I expect that price should rebound, should move back from there, should move back from there at 1.681%. So we might likely have some rejection candle upcoming. And we'll look quickly, let's see if we can find some strong rejection candles and use it as our reference. Of course, we have here, and I think the most ultimate thing is to see price dip itself here and we begin to see. But we could have a rejection at this level. There could be a rejection at this level. And a monthly time frame 1.448%. Yes, we have rejection on that level. So if we have that, that will be fine. Then now we see yield beginning to rise again. The yield and the bond price, they all move in different directions. So we also look at it. After looking at the yield, we look at the yield, the bond price, and go back to Euro USD. Then we also look at 2 year government bond from US and 30-year bond from US. And we look at other bonds the United States governments are offering. And this week we'll focus on all USD pairs: Euro USD, AED USD, GBP USD, USD CAD. So that's what we want to do for the week. This is a monthly time frame. They do not represent trade entry. They do not give POE, but they serve as a point of exposure. So it gives you an insight into direction of market where we look at 1 hour and 4 hours for clear directional lines. But at the moment, we need to know what we are doing. There is a break of structure, and that break of structure is something that must find an immediate support. And if it finds an immediate support, the market will move back. And one of the key areas that I'm looking here is after we have market from the demand structure here, we have a break of structure, we have a retest, and we have a break of the supply move. And I expect price to return here. It will come here on retest on a monthly time frame. So we are going to also apply a couple of strategies. I want to employ the SMA to see the monthly SMA where it lies, to see if it gives us a clue as to what will happen next and if our structure provides a detailed insight into the trade direction. And on a monthly time frame, the we can see that the monthly 50 SMA is pointing close to our demand floor. It's pointing close to our demand floor. Technical price might pull into this structure. And it's a very high probability that we might have price pull into this structure. So there is a possibility that we might have a pulling into the structure and we see the euro bond yield begin to rise again. So let's look at it and let's bring in our EMA and see also what impact the EMA does. We're looking at the EMA 50, 100 and let's see. So I think we are right on this from the EMA perspective. The EMA given us a very clear signal on this, and we're getting a very clear signal on this. You can see the 200 EMA bearing witness unknowingly. I didn't even check it when I was doing my chart on the retest to a broken um, supply roof. So we expect that the Euro 2 year government bond yield could begin to see a reversal at 1.20 level, and we begin to see price move back again. So if that happens, then the 200 EMA will serve as an added advantage and will pull price back. We begin to see the euro bond regain its track. So that is one fundamental added. Then the next thing we are going to check on is RSI divergence. So we look at the RSI divergence and we see there are structure on RSI divergence we can leverage on to give us a clear insight on where euro bond might find support. And at that level, resilience kicks in and the market begins to appreciate again. So let's see if we don't find our monthly, we leave it alone. The beauty of RSI divergence is that RSI divergence is very technical and the majority of everything you're looking for in the RSI divergence. So you see there's a clear break of structure which is also evident from the RSI divergence. And at the moment you can see that the the market is showing exactly what I want to see on the RSI divergence. We have here a dual support structure and we have a breakout structure on a monthly time frame. See the RSI divergence is also showing a breakout structure and you can see it is very evident. You can see here for yourself breakout structure. See price might continue to come down and my preferred area where I want to see the dual confluence will be at this level. So I want to see the RSI divergence continue to pull into the structure and regain where we also expect price to do the same coming to that structure and market pull back from that level. So this is what we have for Euro 2 year government bond yield. And we also look at the bond price. And the bond price and the bond yield move in opposite direction. As the yield is rising, the price is falling. As the price is rising, the yield is falling. So they move in opposite direction. So that is what it means. So as much as It's a government security. You need to invest in it with the consent of a qualified bond and stockbroker who is licensed and well experienced and knows how to manage money and can be able to analyze the market effectively and accurately with pinpoint precision. That in the market, one of the things I've learned and is emotion, control of emotion. A trader who has every strategy works in the market, but it's not everybody that have the right emotion to trade. So one of the things I learned lately is the emotional trade have to be calm, staying calm. Staying calm is one of the biggest strategy and is a winning secret in analyzing the market. You can stay calm up to 1 year, you can stay calm up to 5 years, you can stay calm up to 3 years, observing and waiting for market to come to you. If market comes to you, market will do what you want. If it doesn't come to you, you're just wasting your time.